Right, so I've shared the PDF file. So we'll be talking about a few questions. Okay, here's the first one. It says, here are three spheres. The volume of sphere Q is 50% more than the volume of sphere P. The volume of sphere R is 50% more than the volume of sphere Q. Find the volume of sphere P as a fraction of the volume of sphere R. Right. Okay. So first of all, we need to understand this and this, and then we'll talk about the last part. So what do you think? What exactly is the examiner trying to say when he says the volume of sphere Q is 50% more than the volume of sphere P? So
that Q is basically 50% bigger. So whatever its dimensions are, half bigger. So like a full of that, and then add on half of it bigger.
exactly. So what should I write down? 1.5?
Yeah, you could write 1.5 times.
Very good. Okay, so Q is 1.5 times P, and R is 1.5 times Q. And the question says, find the volume of sphere P as a fraction of the volume of sphere R. So we need to link R and P. That's simple. So for this, I am going to do it this way. Okay. Now, I need to plug in here. 1 second only. This is basically Q equals 1.5 times P, and this is R equals 1.5 times Q. Okay. Now I can use, this is, let's say, my first equation. This is my second equation. I can use these two to find this part. Okay. Now I am interested in P and R. So this is P. This is P. And this one is R. So I can basically plug in this value over here. Can I do it this way?
Yeah.
Okay. So this is going to give me R equals 1.5 into 1.5 P. So R is basically 1.5 into 1.5. That would give me 9 by 4, because 1.5 is 3 by 2, 3 by 2 to 3 by 2 is 9 by 4 P. And I'm not done yet. I was basically supposed to find the volume of sphere P. So I need to make P the subject. So I'll be taking this 4 and 9 on the other side, and it would become 4 by 9
Yeah,
into
because you
R
flip it.
equals P. Yes, very good. So this is going to be, you can either write it down as 4 by 9 or you can write it down as 4 by 9 R. Both the answers are acceptable, okay? So
Yeah.
is that okay?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay, all right, perfect. So this was the first question. Okay, let's talk about combinations now. It says, there are 3 dials on a combination lock. Each dial can be set to one of the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The 3-digit number 553 is one way the dials can be set as shown in the diagram. Work out the number of different 3-digit numbers that can be set for the combination lock. Yes, what do you think about this one?
I know how to do this. So you do, because there's 5 numbers that it can possibly be and 3 options. You do 5 cubed, so it's 125.
Very well done, excellent. So we have 3 dashes. So you can do it this way, 5 into 5 into 5, and that would give you 125. Very well done. So this time around, you could use any number for any dash. And then if you have a restriction of this type, how many of the possible 3-digit numbers have 3 different digits? So how would this change?
3 different digits. You do you do Oh, wait, let me think. Oh, do you do 5 times 4 times 3 to get
Very
60,
good.
and then you take
Yes.
your.
Yes, very good. Excellent. Okay.
How
So,
comes you do 5 times 4 times 3, not 1 times 2 times 3?
okay, I'll tell you. Because look, again, we have 3 dashes. Okay, we have 3 numbers. For the first number, we have 5 options. Okay. So out of those 5 options, we have chosen one number. And now since we want all the numbers to be different, so for the second dash, I only have 4 possibilities. Okay. Then I'm done with 2 and I am left with 3 options only. So that is why I will plug in 3 here. So I'll be multiplying these and this is going to give me 60.
Yeah.
Right? Okay.
Yeah.
So this would be 60. Very good. All right. Let's talk about this question now since we had some, issues with completing square thing. Okay. It says, given that x squared minus 6x plus 1 can be written as this for all values of x, find the value of a and the value of b. So can you
Is
try
it
doing this?
is it oh, so it wants me to solve it and then give it.
Not solve it. You need to use completing square and then just make this thing look like this thing basically.
Oh yeah, I know how to do that.
Okay, all right. So I'll wait.
So you make it brackets, so it would be minus 3 squared, and then you bring down the 1. Oh no, and then you actually do minus 9 because you actually
Very
square
good.
it. Then you do plus 1, you bring it down, so it'll become x minus 3 squared minus 8. So it'd be 3 and 8, 3
Very
and minus 3 and 8. Yeah.
3 and 8 only. Okay, very well done because it would be x minus 3 squared minus 8. So this would be 3 and 8. Very good. Okay, and now for this part, it says, hence write down the coordinates of the turning point on the graph of this. Yes, so you'll be using the first part because it says hence, and we are looking for the coordinates of the turning point.
Turning point. Would it be then? Would it be 3 and 8?
The signs would be different basically. Okay, so we know that, let's say if you have x plus a plus b, the coordinates of turning point are minus a and b. Okay, so this time around what is happening, we have x minus 3. Okay, so it would become 3. This part is going to stay as it is, but for the next part we are going to use minus 8. I'll repeat this again. You need to follow this basically. So we have discussed the plus possibility. Let's say you have x minus a squared minus b. So whatever the sign is, that is going to be used directly. Let's say if I had positive 8, I would have said it would be positive 8. Okay, since I have negative, that is why I'm using negative. And for x, we are basically using the opposite sign. That is it. So you can understand it this way. This is minus 8, and since we had minus a, so for this case, it would be a and minus b. Whatever the sign is with a, we are basically using a different sign. So since we had minus 3, we will be using positive 3 here. Okay?
Yeah.
All right. Very good. Okay. So, right. Let's talk about probability now. Okay. Now it says there are only R red counters and G green counters in a bag. A counter is taken at random from the bag. The probability that the counter is green is 3/7. The counter is put back in the bag. 2 more red counters and 3 more green counters are put in the bag. A counter is taken at random from the bag. The probability that the counter is green is 6 by 13. Find the number of red counters and the number of green counters that were in the bag originally. So you have two probabilities and you have two scenarios, and you need to find out the number of red and green counters which were there initially in the bag. Yes. So I'll guide you for the first part, and then we'll make an equation for the first part, and then you can think about the second part. Okay. So for the first part, we don't know what exactly is R, what exactly is G. But if I make a tree diagram, so either the counter would be red or it would be green. Okay. So the sum or N would be red plus green. And in the numerator, I am just going to have R. For green, the probability that I would take out, or someone would take out green counter out, would be G divided by R plus G, because the total number is same. The number of green counters is G, the number of red counters is R. And now the probability that the counter is green was 3 by 7. This means that this G over R plus G is basically equal to 3 over 7. So this is my first equation.
That means then you can like fill it in, and then so you know R is 4, and then you know like G is 3.
No, not exactly this way. Because it could be that it's not 3 by 7. It could be that we had some different number, but we did some simplification stuff like that. So that is not right. You need to use the second information that is given here. Okay. Make an equation. That equation would also have R and G. Now you would have two equations with R and G, and you would be solving it simultaneously. So I'll wait. Just take 2 minutes, understand the question, make the equation, and then you can let me know.
I'm confused.
Okay, it's okay. Let's do it together. Okay. Are you clear with the first equation?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's talk about the second scenario now. Now it says the counter is put back in the bag. Now again we have a bag that has R red counters and G green counters, just like we had initially. Now 2 more red counters and 3 more green counters are put in the bag. Okay. So initially we had R plus G. Now we are adding 2 red. So let's say R plus R. You can think about it that way, or you can think about it this way. So we are basically putting 2 more red and 3 more green. So 2 plus 3. We have added 5 more counters. This is the total number of counters in the bag for the second scenario. Okay, so that would be R plus G plus 5, and that is going to be N. The number of red counters would be what? Now let's write it down here. Now the probability of getting a red counter would be, in the denominator, N would be R plus G, which was initially, plus 5 more counters were added. So R plus G plus 5. And in the numerator, we initially had R red counters and then we added 2 more red counters. So R plus 2.
Yeah.
For green, what would be the fraction? Can you tell me?
It would be G
Hmm.
plus 3
Very well
over
done.
R
Mhm.
plus G plus 5.
Very good. Excellent. Okay. So that number is not going to change. Very good. And it says the probability that the counter is green is 6 by 13. So now we have the probability in terms of R and G. We can equate that to 6 by 13 and that would give us the second simultaneous equation. So G plus 3 divided by R plus G plus 5, and this thing is equal to 6 by 13. So now we are done with the question. We have two equations, and since the question was to find the number of red and green counters, we will be solving these two equations simultaneously. So let's just simplify these. I'll talk about one first. So I can cross multiply, and this would give me 7G equals 3 into R plus G. This is the first equation. I'll simplify it a bit. So this would give me 7G equals 3R plus 3G. I can take this 3G to the other side and this would give me 7G minus 3G equals 3R, and I am going to get 4G equals 3R. So this is the simplified version of the first equation. Let's talk about the second one. Again, I can cross multiply. So 13 into G plus 3 equals 6 into R plus G plus 5. And now 13 into G would give me 13G. 13 into 3 would give me 39 equals 6R plus 6G plus 30. Let's simplify this. I can take the 6G to the other side and this would give me 13G minus 6G. So it would become 7G plus 39 minus 30 would give me 9 equals 6R. All right. So now I have two simplified equations and I can solve this simultaneously. So I can make R the subject over here. So 4 by 3 into G is basically R. I can use this value over here. This would give me 7G plus 9 equals 6 into 4 by 3G. It's 1 times, it's 2 times. 7G plus 9 equals 8G. I can take this 7G to the other side and it would give me 9 equals G. So I have 9 green counters. That is the correct answer. And red would be coming from this equation. So 4 into 9 divided by 3, it's 1 times, it's 2 times. So, sorry, it's 3 times. Yes. 4 into 3, that is 12. So we have 12 red counters. Yes.
Yeah.
And any confusions with this question?
No, don't think so. I think I get it. It's yeah, I get it. It's just it was just the first part on how to start, but like once you know,
Exactly.
once they're side by side, you just gotta solve them and then simultaneously do them.
Yes, very good. Okay, just understand the question and try making the equations and then you would be able to. If you remember, we did something similar in last class as well, right? Where we had N in the instead of R and G. All right, okay. That's good. Let's talk about the next one. Okay. Let's talk about some inequalities for this part. So let's zoom in. Now it says solve 14n greater than 11n plus 6. It's simple. We need to make n the subject of this inequality. So I'll take this 11n to that side and this would give me 14n minus 11n greater than 6. 14 minus 11 would give me 3, n greater than 6, and n would be greater than 2. So the answer
Yeah.
is that n is greater than 2. All right, this was good. And then it says, on the number line below, show the set of values of x for which this inequality is satisfied. Can you try doing this part?
Yeah. So it would start at minus, well,
Mm-hmm.
so x could be from anywhere between -4 and 1.
Okay, think about it once again. One part is correct, like 1 is correct, but would it be -4 or something else? Because
Because
yes,
it can't, why can't it be -4?
yes, it would be -4 is also included, but there you're missing out some numbers. Okay, I'll tell you. So
Do you
basically,
mean like the black dot?
no, I'll tell you. I'll tell you. Wait, okay. So basically, this inequality can be written as -2 less than x plus 3, and then x plus 3 less than equal to 4. When I'll take this 3 to the other side, this would have -2 minus 3 greater than x. So this would be -5. Okay. It's -5 greater than
That doesn't
x.
really make sense. That doesn't really make sense because -5,
It's
say
not
x is
included.
-5.
It says -5, x is greater than -5, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so you are right, -5 would not be included, but we would be starting from -5 with a hollow circle. Okay, and then for
Yeah.
this one, we will have x less than equal to 4 minus 3, and it would be x is less than equal to 1. Now it would be a filled circle, and we will be connecting this line. So this would be the answer. Although -5 is not included, but still we need to show that it's starting from -5. So it could be, let's say it could be 4 -4.5 -4.9. All of that is included. Okay, so you have to be
Yeah.
careful with that. All right, so this was the second part. Any doubts with this?
No.
Okay, let's talk about this question. Okay, it says a container is in the shape of a cuboid. The container is 2/3 full of water. A cup holds 275 ml of water. What is the greatest number of cups that can be completely filled with water from the container? Yes, so I would want you to think about it first and then I'll solve it.
Yeah. It's 2/3. Oh, I see. Is it 82?
Sorry, is it what?
82.
The greatest number of cups?
Yeah.
Think about it once again.
So you do 30 times 90. Then you divide it divided by 2 divided by 2. Is it 8?
Very good. Yes, excellent. It
Oh
would
yeah,
be
I
8.
accidentally added the extra 0, so I was getting 82 rather than 8.2.
Very good. And okay, and what if it was 8.6? What if you were getting
Pardon?
8.6? Then your answer would have been 9?
No, it'd still be 8.
Very good. Excellent. Okay, because you cannot add 0.4
It has to
milliliters.
be like completely filled. You can't just have half a fill.
Very good. Yes, perfect. Okay, very well done. So this was the 23rd question. Okay, let's talk about this now. Now it says the diagram shows a square ABCD with sides of length 20 centimeters. It shows a semicircle and an arc of a circle. AB is the diameter of the semicircle. AC is an arc of the circle with center B. Show that the area of shaded region divided by area of square is pi by 8.
Yeah, so area of the whole square equals 20 times 20,
Very good.
which equals 400.
Yes.
And then you have area of the whole arc, which equals pi times 20 squared. Pi times 20 squared divided by 4 equals 100 pi. Then you have, just to find the area of the shaded region, so you find the area of the semicircle, which is let me just write, semicircle equals pi times 10 squared, pi r squared, which equals 100 pi. But then you divide by 2
Very good.
to get 50 pi.
Very good.
So the area of the shaded region, so it becomes 50 pi over 400, which is the same as pi over 8.
Very good. Excellent. Yes, that is the correct method. Very good. All right. Okay. So this was the 26th question. Let's talk about the next one. Okay. Let's talk about circle theorem now. So it says ABCD are points on the circumference of a circle with center O. The angle AOC is 168. Work out the size of angle ADC. You must give your answer. You must give reasons for your answer. Okay. So we need.
Is it not 84? Because you just do 168 divided by 2, because the point at the center is twice the point at the.
Yes, that logic is correct, but you need to be careful for the arc. Okay. Now, basically, this would have worked for something of this type, right? If we had such a scenario, although this is not 84, obviously, because this is something outside the circle, but this is how we understand it. Okay. So 168 is making this arc. So for that, we would be talking about this exterior angle, not the interior angle. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you can think about it.
It is the is ADCO a circular quad?
Yes. So they
So
say it
doesn't
again.
that mean,
Wait. Which one? Which one?
is it,
ADCO?
you know, where there's like a square and a quad, a square in a circle,
Yes, but
like, and then the opposite sides have to add up to 180?
yeah, I got your point. But which shape exactly are you talking about?
Is
ADCO?
ADCO?
No, a cyclic quadrilateral is a four-sided figure whose vertices are basically touching the circumference. Okay. So ADCO is not a cyclic quadrilateral, but ADCB, yeah, or ABCD is a cyclic quadrilateral. Okay.
Okay. So we know O. We know O is 192,
Hmm.
and then so if we know that's 192, and then you could do 68. I don't know. I don't know.
Okay, I'll give you a hint. Okay, so basically you will be using that cyclic quadrilateral thing where you told me that the sum of opposite sides would be 180, but which opposite side exactly? Think
Oh,
about
would
it
it be
now.
B and D?
Yes, very good.
So if we know, if 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 we know O is 192, if O is 192, can you use the center opposite thing? So like the angle at the center is twice the circumference.
Yes, but you would not use 192. You would use
Would you use
168 for that. Okay.
so so 168 divided by 2 equals 84, which becomes B, and then
Very good.
you do 180 minus answer, so it's 96.
Very good. Okay. It's
I
96.
didn't know that you had to use like opposite.
You can use any logic. Okay, other than this I'll tell you another logic. So basically you got quite close. This angle was 192, right?
Yeah,
Now what do we know? Angle at center is half the angle at circumference. So again you can
yeah,
think about it this way, that if this is 192, this angle would be half 192. Okay, so what is
yeah.
half of 192?
190 is it 80, 90? It would be
96. Okay.
96. Yeah,
Yeah, so this way or the other, you can also use this logic, or you can use 192 divided by 2. That would be 96. So it's completely your choice. This chapter is something, since we have discussed multiple ways, so you can just use your working and give your reasons. Okay, as long as you're using some property, it should be correct, right?
yeah.
Okay, so this was the first question from circle theorem. Let's talk about another one. All right. Now it says ABD are points on the circumference of a circle with center O. BOD is diameter of the circle. BC and AC are tangents to the circle. Angle OCB is 34 degrees. Work out the size of angle DOA. So you need to find out this angle.
I think that's easy. So
Mhm.
B is 90.
Okay, very good.
B is 90, and then 56 is the to finish the triangle.
Very good.
O is 180,
Yes.
and then it would be is the middle 56 as well,
And why?
because A would be 90 as well, and
Hmm.
then C is that because they're like opposite triangles. I don't know how to explain it, but
Yeah, because they are congruent triangles and they are same. This is
yeah,
also a property.
congruent
Very good.
triangles. And then C is 34,
56.
then that's 56, and then you just do 180 add 56 add 56, 360 minus answer. Is it 68?
Yes.
And then you can just do 68 plus 56 plus 56, which equals 180. So you know you're right because it's a
Yes.
straight line.
Very good. So this would be 68. Excellent. Okay. And this was the angle we were interested in calculating. Very good. Let's talk about the last one. So it says D is a point on a circle with center O. Q is a point such that QTO is 58 degrees. P is the point such that OP is parallel to QT and PT is tangent to the circle. Work out the size of OPT.
Is TOP 58 because of alternate angles?
Yes, very good. This is also 58.
Okay, so then if that's 58 and then you have it is PTO 58 as well or not? I'm not sure. Wait, it says PT is a tangent.
Yes.
Does that mean PTO is 90?
Yes, very good. This is
Yes.
90.
So you do 58 add 90, 180 minus answer 32.
Very good. This is going to be 32. Excellent. Okay. So I'll scroll up again. If you have any doubts in these questions, you can just let me know. If not, then I'll take out another PDF. Okay.
It was only
Mhm.
the probability question which was kind of confusing.
All right. So I'll go up again.
It's just how to like get started on it
This
and
one.
stuff. Yeah.
Okay.
This one.
Now okay, wait. So I'll wait. Take 2 minutes. Read the question again. Okay. We are already done with all the questions. I have another PDF as well. Take your time. Understand the question, and then I'll explain this to you. Okay.
Okay, I've read it.
Okay. Now, all right. So you are done with the understanding, right? You know what exactly is happening. So we have two scenarios in this question. Here's the first one, and here's the second one. First and second. For the first one, there are only R red and G green counters in the bag. So N, that is the total number of counters, would be R plus G. What is the probability of getting red counters? What do you think? It is going to be?
Oh, it would be R over R plus G.
Very good. Excellent. Okay.
Because it's just red over how many there are in
Exactly.
total, which is red and green.
And what about green?
And then P, it will be P over R plus G.
G over R plus G, right?
Yep.
Very good. And the probability that the counter is green was 3/7. So I've just written down this, and this was your first equation, right? This one. Okay, this was the first scenario. Let's talk about the second one. So here's the second one. Okay. 2 more red counters and 3 more green counters are put in the bag. So N is basically R plus G plus, how many more counters did we add? We added
2 plus 3.
5 more counters, right? 3 plus 2. Very good. So this is N. And what is the probability of getting red now? Initially it was
R plus R over R plus G plus 5.
Say it again, please.
Would it be R plus 2
Hmm.
over R plus G plus 5? Because that's the new N.
Yes, very good. This is for red. And what about for green?
It would be G plus 3 over R plus G plus 5.
Okay, all right. So this is basically equal to what?
So both of them are equal to like the number of card, number of
This is
number
equal to the probability, okay? What probability exactly?
of picking both of them.
Yeah, but it's there, right?
Yeah.
It's 6 by 13.
Oh yeah.
Okay, it was given. So using these two, I got equation 2. And once I had both the equations, I just solved these equations simultaneously and I was able to find the answers.
Okay.
Yes, is that okay?
Yeah.
Any doubts, anything that you were not able to understand?
Nah.
Okay, so I'll scroll up again, and if you have further questions, you can just ask me.
No, the rest are fine.
All right, okay, so I'll stop sharing this. I'll stop the recording.